Hey everyone, we are outside doing some gardening. So it's super nice today. We are in like the 70s, 72 with a light breeze. It feels fantastic. So my project I need to work on is uppotting some of my tomatoes. They need it. You can tell through these clear cups are already starting to get a little root bound, but I have like two to 3 weeks before I can plant my tomatoes. I know somebody's going to be thinking like, oh my god, you plant your tomatoes in March. Yes, we plant our tomatoes in March because our last frost is technically, according to the Farmer's Almanac, March 4th, and so it's March 1st. I don't put anything out till St. Patrick's Day, and so I need to uppot some of these. So I have some good dirt, and I'm gonna mix in with it this time some earthworm castings and a little of this organic fertilizer. I'm gonna mix those into my dirt before I use them to uppot, just to give them a little bit more. I have a bunch of these guys and then a few of these guys, but I also bought, if I can grab them over here, I also grabbed 100 new red solo cups. These are cheap and I can reuse them for many years. So we've reached the point in my gardening season where, can I show you out here? Everything's outside. Everything can be outside for pretty much all day long if I want. I'll be putting them out periodically throughout the day. I put them out in my front yard because my front yard is north facing. So they're in the shade, but they're outside getting elements. They're getting the wind, they do get some sun, and then I can slowly start moving them to my backyard. My goal is, you know, over the next few weeks to get them outside as much as possible, get them start acclimated. Places like the big box stores are already putting tomatoes out, so it's getting close to where they can just be outside all the time. So I'm trying to get them in a few bigger things so they'll be okay, and then I can uppot them. Some of them will be gifts, some things need to just start staying out, like my dill. And I've realized celery has been in my house. You know, I knew I was growing celery, but I forgot I was growing celery, you know, one of those things. They need to be outside and they probably are not going to survive. I'm going to try to plant my celeries in the shade in my front yard. I don't know how it's going to work out, but it will be the coolest. I don't expect celery to grow. I did this way too late, but I have things like some chard, chamomile. I already have tons of flowers that I even have marigolds blooming. You guys, look at this. Where are they? Down here. Do you see this? Orange little marigolds blooming. I like to do my soil batches in this tub. It makes it a little easier. So worm castings. I am taking a pot this size. So an 11-ounce pot. Oh no. And I'll just take some of these worm castings. And I'm gonna do like a heaping pot of it. It's hard to see. It's black. And I'm gonna throw that in just enough to help with my soil. And then this is a Joe's Organic Tomato and Vegetable. This is granular. It's fairly big. This does have instructions. So it says like 1.5 cups per 16-ounce pot. I'm not doing math, you guys. I am not doing math. I'm literally gonna sprinkle in some. I'm gonna mix this up and I'm gonna start potting things up. It will go fairly fast because all my things are labeled. So I can just start going. So let's get to work. leftover pots. So now it's time to pull out some good old Rolos red solo cups. So what I do for my solo cups is just take a drill and throw down. I don't know how far that goes. How many cups, and I just make sure the cups at least have 2 holes on the bottom. So there we go. For some drainage. There we go. So now we'll keep up high. I got potted up 3 trays. So that's some progress. I thought I would have more time, but I'm running out of time. Today is Mardi Gras, so we are off to a Mardi Gras parade because I gotta have a little fun in between all the play. So I gotta hurry up and clean up everything. But first thing tomorrow, we are getting out here and we are finishing potting up stuff. It is day 2 back outside. It is like 75 degrees. It is nice, isn't it? It's super nice. So we are going to start working on this tray. It is time for all the peppers. Everything in these little 2-cell things are ready to be potted up. I can see roots starting to come out on some of these. I think I might use these. I can see some roots. You see them on the bottom? I think I'm gonna use these 2-inch pots when it comes time to start them again. I feel like they're just like the best size. But I want to get more pots this size. I believe it's like a 4-inch. Thank you, babe. To start plants in. This is my echinacea going. So I'm gonna just let it go. I'm not gonna get it out of there. But like the size of the solo cups seem to be really great. Did she bring me more flowers?
I'm going to get you more.
I love it. I have such a great flower pile now.
You're welcome.
Thank you. So now it's time to pot up these. Our last freeze possible date, March 4th.
Mama,
I don't trust it.
What I'm going to do with these ones?
They're all just gonna hang out here in the sun for a little bit. They're just gonna get some time. All of those too.
What am I going to do in?
Well, we're gonna work on.
I'm going to do this one.
Yeah, we're gonna work on the peppers.
I'm going to do these.
And then after we finish the peppers, we got to do the blackberry over there. And
Mama, I was just whacking the blackberries out. The blackberries blooming out there.
yeah, and then next is almost time to start planting some of those guys in those 4 tubs out. Do you want to plant some out front or do you want to plant them in the garden? A lot of those are flowers. Do you want to plant them?
Out front.
You want to do them out front? We can do that. So we have a busy day of planting things. And yeah, you stole Daddy's cup for water. So we're gonna get planting. have finished potting up for today. Have we done a lot of plants?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm
And
going to show you how many plants we got going.
God.
Pretty much everything is in a red solo size cup or equivalent. And we've got our blackberry transplanted, some things in the sun.
Sun. Everything.
Everything.
And
I like doing my plants here in the front yard because...
And then I got Mama back.
Oh yeah, you helped me scratch my back, huh?
Yeah, and the garden.
Yeah, we've been gardening. I like doing them here in the front yard because we have so much afternoon sun since this is the north side of the house. And it's just they're outside, they're getting a little bit of wind, but they're not in direct sun. So for the next 2 weeks or longer, we'll see. Okay, thank you. I will be bringing them out here pretty much daily and letting them get sun, do their thing. There's some things we'll transplant sooner. I'll show you those in a second. And let's talk about what we got going on, shall we? Okay, here's the mess. It's a lot of plants. And next year I need to be very good about how many I start because this is way more than I need. But we'll work on it. So here are 3 strawberries I got from a nursery. These are my 2 tomatoes. They did good. They did good overnight. These are ground cherries. I put them in their own little containers because it is a container variety. And I want them to start establishing there. Yeah. Here's our blackberry we transplanted. I originally had 4 bell peppers. I was overwintering in them. They did not survive at all. They were crispy little things. So the blackberry's now in there. Here is my one lone jalapeno that survived overwintering. It is doing fantastic. So I have 5 trays. I have this one full of peppers and tomatoes, this one of all peppers, this one of peppers and some tomatillos. Over there are tomatoes, tomatillos, basil, pretty much all tomatoes. I have probably planted 60, 70 tomatoes. I do not have property for 60, 70 tomatoes. So I'm going to be sharing some of these with friends. Over here, these are the things working on some sun. So some herbs, some flowers, more flowers, some basils, not basil, parsley, lettuce, some little onions, and more flowers. What is super exciting is this is Nora's little flower bed, as we call it. This, whatever it's called, is a volunteer from last year. And everything you see starting to sprout in here are all volunteers. These I know are all marigolds. I had a bunch of marigolds here and I think some zinnias and other things. So it's just kind of exciting that so much is popping up right here. Let's talk about some of my peppers and tomatoes and all of that. I have a ton. I have so many. You're doing it. Go, go, go. No, you're so close. I have a ton, but I know I don't need them all. I know not all of them will survive. One of the things with gardening I have learned is that they're not all gonna survive. You will baby them and baby them and baby them and they might not survive. And that's okay. I feel like learning that losses happen is just part of gardening. When my friends ask me how I garden and how I stay so kind of cheerful and positive through it, is I always say you plant and pray. Because you don't know what's going to happen. So you plant and you pray. I do that with seeds I direct sow. All of these that I've been babying for almost 2 months now, you plant and pray. That's all you got to do. And I think some people find gardening very discouraging because there's not a lot of instant gratification from it. It takes a lot of patience. I think the hardest thing to learn about gardening is patience. Things just don't come instantly. You have to work, you have to nurture, you have to learn your area, you have to learn about soil. There's a lot of learning and discovering that goes into gardening. All done? Oh no, it's okay. And I think that's
I want to take off my shoes.
okay. I think that's the part of the fun now. You have to be willing to
Then we beat something.
keep showing up.
Then we beat something.
Gardening's a hard work in the sense of manual labor, maybe your back hurting and things like that, but it's also a hard work on your mind, hard work on your soul, because
Mom, don't.
are you gonna get behind me? Because it's not
How about you get back?
it's not always easy,
How about you get
but I think you have to keep showing up for gardening. That's the only way you're gonna be able to do things. And I really love it because I like being able to grow our own food. I like being able to save money, but I also love being able to teach my kids how to garden, how to do some of these things that are just
And then I got yes.
yes, you do. You got to teach them these things too. I mean, some of this stuff is just things you learn.
Put me down. Put me down.
Put you down.
On here.
So there's my little spiel about gardening and all of this. We have about another 2 weeks till we really get to start planting. That means I have about 2 weeks till 2 weeks to dig up about a 50 by 3 foot strip of grass in my yard and get it all ready to be the next garden bed. So I have things happening. Huh? Do we have things happening?
Yeah.
Is it exciting? Ooh,
Come here.
it's a carpenter bee.
I want to come in here.
Oh, he's flying around looking for flowers. That's why you gotta hurry up and plant things.
I want to go up and be a bee.
You wanna go up and be a bee?
Yeah, by beep, 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 beep.
With their little, how does a bee fly? What are you gonna do as a bee? Are you gonna jump flower to flower? Go smell them all? Taste the yummy flowers?
Oh, I'm not going to taste them. I never.
You're gonna smell them, not taste them?
No, I'm going to taste them.
You're gonna taste them?
How about you?
Oh, it's bright. I don't want to be. I'm gonna leave them on. So thank you guys so much for joining me over the last couple days
They could destroy me.
as we've been working on potting up on all of these tomatoes and peppers and herbs. And next, after we get the garden bed done,
Then it's a garden bed.
we have more work to do in the back garden. We gotta finish cleaning it up and getting it
We
ready
need to clean it up.
and start figuring out where everything's gonna go.
And
If you'd like to stick around and see what's next,
next.
please subscribe, please like the video. We appreciate it.
Please take it.
All right, say bye.